does it feel walking down there, a whole 4 stone lighter?
Oh, so I feel more normal. I just feel, looking back at that, it's like, oh my God, I can't actually believe what I looked like. And it's weird now.
Can you, when I lost a lot of weight, I couldn't actually believe that I'd lost it. Do you get that? Where you go in shops and you sort of think, oh, I can buy 12. No, I can't. And I would end up getting the bigger size.
It is weird.
It's a shock.
A lot of it for me personally is I was in denial. I think I come onto TOWIE, I didn't have a routine. I lived a party girl lifestyle, so I was very unhealthy. I was drinking a lot, eating a lot. And it crept up, and without realising it, it just kind of, I look back and I thought, God, I've gone from, you know, thinking I was a size 10 to 12 and actually being a 16.
I'm glad that you used the word unhealthy there, because I think that what you've done is great because you've got yourself healthier. But I have to say, I don't think you look that bad in these pictures. I think you just look like an average, you know, I don't know, size 14 or 16 or whatever that the average British woman is. I mean, a lot of women looking at that will say, what's the big deal?
Well, I said to Nadia when that first came up, I said, I'm trying to get down to that.
Why did you feel as though that was so terrible?
Because I gained weight. So me personally, for me, that wasn't who I was. I was very athletic being young. I did a lot of dancing, gymnastics, and I changed into coming to TV and then partying a lot, drinking. And for me personally, it was unhealthy. It's not what I wanted to look like or who I wanted to be.
So how hurtful was that for you when... Because there was an awful lot of really mean things said about you.
There was. Something's not appropriate to say on TV. A lot of swearing, calling me names, bullying, and not very nice. You just think, God, what have I ever done wrong to you? You know, and that's what was hard. It's like
and did you find that sometimes that made you want to eat more? Because I don't know if it's the same with you, Clem. Whenever anyone ever said about my weight, it made me eat more.
I used to eat when I was happy, sad. I didn't really. There was no routine with it. It was just because I would go out, I would drink, and then I would eat, go out for dinner. There was no... It wasn't how I train now, and, you know, doing my DVD, that routine for me worked, and eating healthily. So I don't diet. I've done loads of diets.
So what do you eat now, then?
Yeah, well, what did you eat, and how different is it?
I wouldn't eat probably till 1 in the afternoon, then I'd get a McDonald's, or I'd have a baguette, or... I didn't think about it, you know, I just kind of eat what I wanted.
Or prepare food?
Never. I ate out a lot, and now it's like I will wake up, I have my bran flakes, or I have eggs on toast. I eat properly, but it's not, I don't overindulge. I eat what I need, and that's the difference.
Do you find you're eating more regularly now, but smaller portions?
Yeah, more regularly and smaller portions. So some
and the
days,
exercise obviously is massive.
For me, I think mentally and physically it helped. I think it's very underrated. I think when you exercise, I think people don't promote it enough. It actually does help you mentally. If you're stressed or you're down, after my training, I come out and I feel amazing.
But that's the point, isn't it? How did you... Because you must have been really down with how... With the reactions that you were getting from people. And I think, you know, we all have that actually, yes, once you're back into it, it's great. How did I ever leave this? I feel fantastic. But it's that thing of getting started.
I was there. You know, I started at the beginning when I couldn't lunge, when I couldn't train, and I was holding weight, and I was in denial, and I was like, oh, I'm all right, and I'll have a biscuit, then I'll think I'll eat them all. I've had one now. So I started at the beginning. So it was doing it and sticking to it and feeling, and each day it's like, oh, it's not working, and you want to give up. I'm giving up, but don't give up. For me.
So what kept you going? Why didn't you give up? Because so many people do give up.
Progress, and I think slowly it started to change me, how I felt, how I looked, and it wasn't a quick thing. I didn't do it quick overnight. I've stuck to it, and I'm still doing it now. And I think for me personally, it was a learning thing from what I've done in the past, where I've done the stupid diets and shakes and things. It doesn't work. It's not a lifestyle.
We've talked about the sort of physical side of putting on the weight, but I just want to go back to the emotional side of it. So you did get a lot of nasty comments online. And it's very easy to go, oh, I don't listen to them, I don't know them. But it must have affected you, you know, very, very deeply.
Of course it does, because you start questioning yourself and you feel like, well, what have I done wrong to these people? Why do they dislike me so much? Because they're saying that I'm overweight, or they're judging me and I'm getting brought into a lot of things it wasn't really fair. So that was hard. But as time's gone on, I have kind of, you know, you do grow a bit of a thick skin, but at the same time, I'm human.
Yeah, but you've talked about in the past about sort of panic attacks and anxiety. Do you think that was because of the online thing, or do you think that was also wrapped up in just your overall health?
I think when you're being looked at quite a lot, it makes you nervous on edge anyway. And I think it got to a point where I didn't want to go to events. I didn't want to go over the girls, and that's not normal. I'm a young girl, you know. And I thought it made me very anxious and not very confident, and I lost my identity.
Are you terrified of putting it back on? Do you think you'll be able to stay
I'm
this
in it.
now?
I'm in the zone.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, and you know, I've turned it around, and I want other people to feel the same.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, and I don't want, because I'm sure, like, same for me, I was in denial about it, and I've started somewhere, and it is hard, and it's not fair. And for me personally, I've changed for me, but I know I've got friends and that want to do the same, and I want other people to feel like, well, if you've done it, I can do it.
If you say you were in denial, did any of your family or your boyfriend ever say, Lauren, you know,
they did.
just have a look at this
My
picture?
mum once said to me, she went, you know, you get the skinny girls that think they're fat. She went, you're fat but think you're skinny.
That's the right,
body
that's the right way
dysmorphia.
around.
Yeah,
I have
so-
to say, and this is not terribly kind of me to
Yeah.
ask it, but it's something I'm thinking.
That's
I always
right.
thought when Michelle Keegan was getting fitter and fitter to the point where it was like fitness madness.
Yeah.
And the Ramps wedding, I did think of you because I thought, I bet. Because it's like the worst ex-nightmare, isn't it, when that's going on? Did that spurn you on, though? Because sometimes success and doing well for yourself is the best.
I completely get it, and I can see how people would think that. But where I'm in my life, they're in their life. I've got a boyfriend there for 3 years. It was nothing to do with anyone else apart from me. There was nothing could influence me. There's no one coming to me and going, right, do this. I'd done it at my time for when I was ready. Otherwise, I would have done it ages ago.
Yeah.
So it was just personal for me. Nothing influenced me. Nothing kind of, you know, edged me on. It was purely got to my time where I thought, I need to change.